Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So in this one we're going to be looking at the specific trial for this week, which is to throw snowballs at Rocketeers. Now as you can see, I'm currently sat at 0 on this, so this is my first time attempting this and recording it at the same time. So I'm hoping to get an incredible score here and then be able to showcase what to do for it. But before we kick into the video, I do want to just talk about what I did to prepare. So of course, as you guys know, throwing snowballs means that we need to collect them first. So on any cold snap map, if you go into cold snap, then you have the ability to find piles of snow, and eventually you'll be able to retrieve many stacks of snowballs. Now this did take some time, I'll be honest. I'll throw in maybe some clips here in the background of just where I gathered them and what I did for it, but ultimately I just took in some raider hatch keys. There's a specific area in Damn Battlegrounds which maybe I'll put on screen as well that I used, and just kept going there for a couple of runs until I was happy with enough snowballs. Now I did actually get some excess ones. As we scroll down to my stash here, I've got about 30 that are in excess of what I can carry. For this specific run I am using, of course, the Looting Mark II. This just allows us to carry 22 slots. Of course we have 4 quick use slots which we can take advantage of, and a few safe pockets as well. So I do have one lure grenade. I've kind of got an idea of what I want to do, but I'm not 100% sure how this is going to play out, if I'm honest. I've got an idea that actually pulling the Rocketeer into an area where I can constantly peek and come backwards and forwards to throw the snowballs at it might be a good strategy here, which is why we're going to be doing it live on this video. But I've taken this as it's the only one I've got in the stash and I can't craft them, and thought, yeah, why not? Let's take this in just to see if we can maximize our score. But again, maybe the extra thing I'll take here before we ready up is a raider hatch key. So maybe in terms of the safe pocket here, I'll just do some swaps and we'll take in a raider hatch key, because if you wasn't aware, then of course the cold snap map condition doesn't have the raider hatch keys disabled, so we can actually use them at all of these hatches. And I think this might be a good idea to do that, considering we're going to be risking it all here. So as you can see, I've got a lot of snowballs. We've got our raider hatch key. We've got a lure grenade. Let's see what we can do, guys. At the end of the video, what I will do is not only break down what we've done on this particular trial, but I'll also give an overview of all the other trials. There's a few videos I've already created that will be beneficial for you guys to go and watch. But we'll break that down at the end of the video, so feel free, if you're not interested in just the Rocketeer trial but other trials, to skip ahead to the end of the video, where I'll no doubt be talking about all of the other trials. So let's see what we can get done. I'm hoping again that we get a full timer, which doesn't sound like... Okay, we have got a full timer, which is good. So in terms of Rocketeer spawn locations, there should be one right here if we got lucky. Sometimes there can be one behind us over here. Doesn't look like it's the case. What I might do is try over at the library and hospital area, as I know that's another spawn location. But before we do that, we'll head inside the apartments here, warm ourselves up a little bit. I know there can be a Rocketeer that spawns around hospital, and then finally there can be one here. Yo, yo. I'm chill, dude, I'm chill. Just trying to keep warm, my man. Okay, so we're 2 minutes into the raid, and unfortunately we don't actually have eyes on a Rocketeer, which isn't optimal, but... having a little scout. Okay, so we see the Rocketeer over here now. Okay, that's good. At least we've got eyes on it. Hear him. Okay, here he is. But that doesn't look like a good place to engage with him, so There's actually a snow pile here, believe it or not. Let's get inside and maybe go into the hospital area. Okay, so no, we can't look at it from this perspective. We're not going to have eyes on it on this side. I think we're going to have to come to the windows here that are smashed, probably. Let's get a snowball in hand and see. Sure where it is, but really don't want to go up onto that roof there, even though the zip line's tempting. Okay, let's go. So, snowball number 1. Missed. Swing and a miss, guys. Swing and a miss. Not as good as I thought in terms of aiming. But potentially here. Wasted a snowball there, but let's throw out the law grenade. See what this can do. Are we getting anything here? It's really awkward. This is a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be, to be honest. Oh, wow, that's tough. Are we getting anything for it? 500. Okay, so we're starting to get some points for this. Let's throw a couple of snowballs into the quick use. Need it to stay still, really. And this is going to be the game that we play, guys. A bit of cat and mouse. Okay, that's a good aim, I think. Okay, did we manage to get more? 500 still. Okay, we reached a milestone, that's good. And we did actually get hit there, which is not great, but... Someone else has aggroed the Rocketeer here, which is really good for us. Already smoking, which isn't ideal, but let's try and bombard him. How to pick a snowball fight with a Rocketeer. That was a little bit closer than I wanted. Okay, run out of snowballs again. let's see where we are at this point. 3,250, so we've nearly 4-starred it. It has got one thruster missing now because this other person, but that's okay. Even if we have to go and take a second Rocketeer instead. 19 minutes remaining. Okay, we have a Rocketeer. Finished and killed. Right, okay, let's... because that one's downed, we're going to go and take a look around to see if we can find another one. $19 should allow that this one can respawn, which would be handy, but again, I might skip if we can't find a second one to engage with. That worked out okay, but it wasn't as efficient as I thought it would be. It was a little bit more challenging to hit the Rocketeer. 3,750, so we've nearly 3-starred it. Ideally, I would like sort of 8k maybe. At least double this, so maybe 7,500. Just take out this wasp here. $11 minutes left. We know that we've got the collapsed supermarket hatch because we've got a hatch key to escape through, so that's good. We have a Rocketeer now. Just heard it. Let's prepare the snowball. In fact, we're going to stun it first. Let's stun it first. And away we go. We can actually hear it hitting with the... Annoying that the wasp has come here as well, but you can actually hear, sorry, I was about to say, the snowball hitting. I wonder if it actually does a lot of damage or not, but... There is a little bit slow on that. Have to heal up first before we carry on. Readjust with the inventory. Maybe I'm throwing these a little bit too aimlessly, but it's a lot more challenging than it honestly looks. Okay, let's... Snowballs back in. Be conscious of the amount of heals we have now. So what are we at now? 6,000, which is very, very good. As I say, we wanted to aim for 8k. We've got 8 minutes left, sorry. There's a fail throw there. Definitely missed a lot of snowballs here, which isn't great. got more bandages? Yes, we do. So at least we have White Hills. Can't get it from this location, which is annoying because there's scaffolding, but... Okay, we managed to hit it again. Probably a hell of a lot easier in duos or trios because one person can distract. Maybe we have to try to predict where it's going to go. So here, not a good spot for me. Maybe need to readjust it. Unexpected missile there, but five minutes remaining. We don't have that many snowballs, to be honest, anyway, but we really want to try to get more. Should have hit it. Perfect. Once again, 7,000 at this point. Okay, Snitch is out of here. Back to this position again. Okay, here we go. It was too long, I think. Oh, just about managed to do that one. 8,000. So it looks like it's 200 per snowball. I've done my maths right. Okay, we missed that one, unfortunately. $8,750 now, guys. Yeah, I thought that might happen. Broken shield now at this point. So, I mean, it's a little bit risky to stay here, but we have 4 snowballs remaining. We might as well try to throw them. We get 250 per, maybe? Maybe my maths is rubbish. Okay, one last snowball. And we didn't hit the 9k mark, but that's okay. So 2 minutes remaining. Let's get ourselves out of here.
Let's go to that location. Head home at the collapsed store hatch.
And here we go. Return to Speranza. And there we have it, guys. I think we ended on 8,750. So 250 per snowball. I'm not sure how many we took, but for sure that's a little bit of a disappointing result based on how many we had. But again, this is my first attempt, so coming away with 8,750. I do get a blueprint duplicate, unfortunately, here, but 8,750 in the first time attempt. So for sure, I think the best strategy is to somehow stall the Rocketeer in one way or another. Maybe it's with lure grenade, maybe it's with a showstopper, to then be able to accurately throw the snowballs. The other alternative is to make sure that it's still. So there is an animation, of course, when it's attacking you. The only risk with that is the timing. You need to be very, very accurate with this. But hopefully the video has helped you guys. As promised, we will be looking at the other trials as well, just as a brief overview. So of course we have the 8,750 now, so even if you're looking to just 3-star this at 4,000, of course that would mean, so 2,500 is 10 snowball hits. You're going to need an additional 1,500. I think it's 16 actually for 4,000. So 16 snowballs isn't bad just for 3-starring, but of course we managed to hit more than that. So if we just take a look, 8,750 by 250 is 35. So we hit 35 snowballs. I don't know how many we took. I'd have to look back onto the footage to understand how many, but maybe you guys can do the same thing. Have a look at how many we could have achieved. But yeah, the aiming is definitely more challenging than I expected. But anyway, let's look at the damage shredders and destroy fireballs first of all. Then I think really as an overview here, in order to 3-star it, at least both of these are quite possible to do within one Stellar Montis night raid. You just have to go to the robotics area mostly, because shredders, fireballs, pops, all of those arcs spawn in that location. And then I think when I did my run specifically, I focused more on one rather than the other. But of course, I do try to compete to some degree within the leaderboards. I'd like to get at least wildcard, maybe Daredevil. So of course, I'm in position 3 at the moment for this week. With the open arc probe, I will put a link to the video here. I think I scored more than 28,000. I think it was 32,000. And effectively, this is just taking adrenaline shots, running around an electromagnetic storm map and trying to optimize as many as possible. Don't go into the minor map condition with extra probes, because that doesn't give you double points. Yes, the probes have 3 searchable areas because they're not crashed, and the crashed ones do only have 1 searchable container, and that's what gives us the points within the trial. But don't let that bait you in. You can clearly find many probes in Electromagnetic Storm, and as I say, you can go ahead and watch that video if you need some more tips with that. For the damage flying arc enemies, I think I'm going to be waiting for a hidden bunker event personally. I did again also create this video here for damage hornets in a specific location on Spaceport, and of course that's where the hidden bunker event happens. We have nearly 40 minutes if you get a full run to be able to damage any flying arc enemy. So that includes snitches, wasps, and of course Rocketeers as well. So I think that ultimately this is quite a high scoring trial this week. If I can manage 32k with just Hornets, I think I can manage a little bit more with other various flying arc enemies. So maybe I'll put out a more detailed video on that later in the week. But for sure, I hope you found this one useful, guys. 8,750 for me. As I say, it's 16 snowballs in order to achieve a 3-star. We managed to hit 35, but let me know in the comments below how you get on. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like. And of course, if you want more Arc Raiders content and you're interested in the channel, please hit that subscribe button. But thank you very much for watching again, guys. Happy New Year to you, as this will be dropping in 2026. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.